Opening in 2002, Wicked Twister is an inverted impulse coaster built by Intamin Amusement Rides. Standing 215 feet, Wicked Twister is the tallest inverted shuttle coaster on the planet. When this roller coaster opened, it became the third roller coaster at Cedar Point to break the 200-foot mark. This roller coaster has a very simple concept. It consists of two vertical twisting spikes on either end of the track. Then launch the train faster and faster with every pass until you reach the ride's maximum height and speed. There has been rumors floating around that Wicked Twister could be nearing the end of its life. With that said, I thought there's no better time to throw out my 2 cents and provide you with my in-depth review. Presentation. Wicked Twister pops with a bright yellow track, aqua-colored supports, and 2 giant twisting spikes are unique enough to grab anyone's attention. Situated right on the beach, this roller coaster feels like a boardwalk attraction. The area surrounding it really complements the ride, especially now that the stadium is no longer standing right next to it. However, with it being near the water and sand, the paint must be a nightmare to maintain. I'm not sure the last time this coaster got a complete paint job, but you can definitely see some wear and tear. Wicked Twister has no real theming to speak of, which is fine. The ride's location is what makes this a unique coaster to look at. Overall, the presentation is slightly above average, mostly due to the beach location, earning a 6.5 rating. Ride intensity. With a max speed of 72 miles an hour, its vertical twisting spikes and intense G-forces, it's no surprise that Wicked Twister is an intense ride. The launch isn't overly forceful, but it's enough to push you back into your seat. With each pass of the train through the station, the ride picks up more speed, allowing you to travel higher up the spikes. The bottom of each spike is where the strongest forces occur. It's a pretty tight transition from horizontal to vertical, so those G-forces hit hard and fast. To get the best out of your ride experience, sit either up front or near the back. The unfortunate nature of these shuttle coasters is that the middle rows are neutered. You will barely experience the twist in the middle rows, which is why you want to stick to either end of the train. Wicked Twister earns an intensity rating of 8. Fun factor. As I mentioned already, the caveat to enjoying Wicked Twister is either riding up front or near the back. If you aren't in those rows, I say why bother? The front has the best view and the best freefall experience. The back of the train has limited visibility, but has more intimidating drop because you're staring straight at the ground from approximately 200 feet in the air. Wicked Twister has a lot of good things going for it to make this a great, well-rounded attraction. The forces are strong, the speed is intense, and the fly-through of the station creates a terrifying near collision effect that also makes you feel like you're traveling considerably faster than what you actually are. Wicked Twister gets a score of 8 for the fun factor. Originality. With each new generation of their inverted impulse coasters, Intamin has started incorporating more twists. The original model featured no twisting spike. The second version, which is the most common version, features 1 vertical spike and 1 twisting spike. Wicked Twister takes that even further by having 2 twisted spikes. Having ridden both versions, I think the one of each version is the way to go. The 2 twisted spikes on Wicked Twister are more intriguing to look at from the ground or while riding the Ferris wheel right next to it than they actually enhance the whole ride experience. Because of the ride's simple layout and concept, Wicked Twister feels more like a flat ride to me than an actual roller coaster. I'm not saying that Wicked Twister isn't a roller coaster, because it clearly is, but with its single train ops and small footprint, I think you can see my point. Originality gets a score of 4. Ride smoothness. My last experience on Wicked Twister was a positive one. I don't remember any rattle or vibration, but that doesn't mean you won't. I do remember riding this in the past when it did have some rattle, but I think it mostly depends on where you are seated. The front or back might have a vibration depending on which direction the train is heading, but the middle rows are very smooth. But again, why ride in the middle rows? I think a score of 9.5 sounds fair for ride smoothness. Okay, the final score comes to 7.2, which is a good, decent rating. Wicked Twister accomplishes what it set out to be, which is being an intense, compact, inverted roller coaster. Back in 2002, when this ride debuted, Wicked Twister was something unique and interesting. Now, it's the forgotten roller coaster at Cedar Point. During my last trip in 2019, the park was pretty busy, but Wicked Twister still had a rather short wait. Its 32 passenger trains really allow this shuttle coaster to amp up the ride capacity, especially when you compare it to a Skyrocket 2 model by Premier Rides. My personal score is going to be a 7. Wicked Twister is a fun ride, one that I don't mind riding every time I'm at the park, but if I see a wait longer than 10 minutes, I'll keep right on walking over to one of the other 17 coasters at the park. Well, that was my review of Wicked Twister. What do you think of this impulse coaster by Intamin? Let me know in the comments below. As always, please subscribe so you don't miss out on more great content coming your way by XscreamThrills.